Lindy, our past president. He's going to talk to us tonight about the Rotary Foundation.
Great. Yay! Well, thank you very much. Yes, a very warm welcome. I ran short last week. I want to talk about Camp Enterprise, which is a great program for youth, as well as the foundation, but we ran out of time. So I'm grateful that we had a speaker cancellation today, so I didn't have a chance to talk about one of the key things, which is our foundation. We'll say that the Rotary Foundation, when people think about what Rotary does on an international level, we talk about 1.2 million people involved in Rotary across the entire world, and the good work that is done, like the eradication of polio and things like that, we wonder, well, how did all this come together? Well, it's the foundation that provides the financial support for those things to happen. And it's not just the polio program, although that is something that we get world recognition for. In fact, this last year, that was the program for which Bill and Melinda Gates donated another $200 million to the Rotary Foundation to finally eradicate polio with the World Health Organization and our matching contributions. And one of the reasons that people like the Gates and people like fellow Rotarians, over 1 million strong, continue to give to the foundation is because it's one of the most efficient charities in the world, bar none. And one reason it's so efficient is because we, the Rotarians, are doing the work, the background work that allows almost every dollar to actually go to the people in need. It's not just the dollars put in, but the hands and the hearts that go with it. Now, the foundation does the big things like you recognize in the Polio Plus program, but several other programs that we have dealt with here in our club. One of the things is the ambassadorial scholarships. Everybody familiar with ambassadorial scholarships? Did we talk about those before? Ambassadorial scholarship is a wonderful scholarship program. And this year I'd like our club to at least find us 1 or 2 applicants to send to the district, because we give away a scholarship that's good for postgraduate study overseas. It's good for the entire program, their degree. We're talking about $25,000 scholarship the Rotary gives for people to go overseas to study and come back. Be good ambassadors while they're there and come back. And here's the kick. We don't give it to fellow Rotarians. We don't give it to children of Rotarians. We give the scholarship dollars to people in our community that be good ambassadors who are not already involved with Rotary. So there's no interconnection. It is a free gift from our society to where we send them. We also do things called District Simplified Grants for the foundation. District Simplified Grant is something that our club is going to be applying for this next year. When we find a project that we have a heart to work towards, that we want to make happen, and we come up with some of our own dollars to do it, Rotary will match our own dollars. It doesn't have to just come from our club if we have the right idea. We put $5,000 in, they'll put $5,000 in. So when we determine that we want to do a water well project in India, or want to do the baskets of chicks, or work with the Heifer International overseas, or whatever, even if we want to do something here in the neighborhood and put in a new park, and the district that needs some help, we don't have to come up with all the money on our own. The foundation will provide us matching dollars if we'll put the work in and apply for the grant. And our club this year should do our first grant. Group Study Exchange is the third program that I'm talking about that they participate in. Group Study Exchange is where we send students, well, not students, we send people who are new in business overseas to another club, and they send people back. I think this Group Study Exchange is from Germany, was it? They're asking us to host. We had a Group Study Exchange from Brussels last year, from Australia, from China, and the Group Study Exchanges allow us to send people to different countries to see how they do things in different areas, such as engineering, pharmaceuticals, healthcare, insurance, building construction, and they do the same. And I think that's an interesting program, Group Study Exchange. The 3H grants, the health, hunger, humanity, projects that require help in any of those areas are come out of the Rotary Foundation. The university teacher grants, the Rotary World Peace Fellowships for studying world peace initiatives, and the volunteer service grants are part of the things that the foundation covers. I have my list. I can't remember them all, but it all comes from our Rotary Foundation. The mission of the Rotary Foundation is to support the objectives of Rotary International, to manage the money, to gather it together, and to disperse. There are 3 funds that make up the Rotary Foundation. There's an annual programs fund, to pick up the programs we do every year. There's a permanent fund in which we just use the interest off that fund to support ongoing projects. And then we had the Polio Plus, which is to eradicate polio. We're done when that's done. Next disease that ever gets done. But that's a specific fund just for the eradication of polio. Of these, we have $570 million in assets. 80 million is Polio Plus. The permanent fund about 140 million, and that's the majority of the money. The foundation oversees educational programs, humanitarian programs, and the Polio Plus programs. The educational programs include the Peace and Conflict Study, Centers for International Study, the Group Study Exchange that we just talked about, and university teachers, and then pastoral scholarships, all the scholarships. Humanitarian programs are the district simplified grants, the individual grants, matching grants, the 3H grants, and the immunization grants. Between those two, we have the majority of where the money is spent. You see the 27.2 million humanitarian, 27.9 million educational program. That makes the majority, 31 for Polio Plus, and then 16 million for the operating expenses. Now they're able to continue to do this, provided that Rotarians make their contribution. We're getting 16.2 million through 1,900 matching grants, 5.2 through the district grants, and 1.1 million through the other outside grants. Educational programs provided 16 million for 727 bachelor scholars in 70 countries, 426 group study exchanges, and then 3.9 million for scholar studies. So it's done a lot. Polio Plus, big accomplishments. Polio is almost eradicated. Polio has been eradicated through the 2-drop vaccination. We raised $135 million since 2002. We reduced polio cases from 350,088 to only 1,000 reported last year. Not back here. There we go. 350,000 in 1988 to 1,300 in 2004. 99% drop. It's unbelievable. And most of the reported cases are in countries that we have difficulty getting into. And that's the last push to totally eradicate it so it does not come back. E-Ray, every Rotarian every year, is the goal of the foundation to be able to continue all this good work. We are, as a club, supporting the Rotary Foundation through our dues. But in addition to that, we're asking club members to give what they can. In the past, we keep track of how club members are contributing with awards programs. $100. $100 given a year or a month provides 1,000 doses of electrolysis. Can build 4 water wells, short low water wells in Zimbabwe. Provides textbooks to 1 elementary school student, provides 1,000 trees for deforestation. $500, and these are actually where we're putting the dollars. To remove cataracts in 20 people in India, doctor's time is donated. Creates watch repair for 6 disabled workers in the Philippines, supplies hammer saws and other carpentry tools to vocational workshops, provides prosthetic limbs to 12 disabled people in Thailand. That's amazing what we can do with $500. What Rotary can do with $1,000, vaccinate 3,700 children against polio. 10 small sewing businesses among the poor and low-income areas in Mexico.